Benching 50s is insane. Yeah, that's not 50 pounds, that's 50 kilos. I can dumbbell press 50 kilos. A lot of people say this to me. They say I do not look like I can lift what I lift. And this is what I look like for reference. This is my current physique. And a lot of times at the gym, when I lift the weights I lift, like some people come up to me genuinely impressed saying, whoa, you do not look like you can move the weights you are currently moving. A lot of you say it online as well. You say I have a sleeper build or that I am smaller than like the weights I lift don't really match with my size. Now, the reason why is down to the way you train. You see, I don't train specifically for hypertrophy. The way I train isn't really appropriate for hypertrophy, at least maximum hypertrophy. Yes, I will grow bigger with the way I train. I have been growing bigger, but at a very slow and minimal rate. If I were to train for hypertrophy, I would be way bigger now, but I don't train for hypertrophy. At least I don't train for maximum hypertrophy. Which is why it's very important for you guys to distinguish what you're trying to do in life. Like, what is it you're trying to achieve at the gym? And you need to train specifically for that goal. And on top of that, you need to tailor your diet, your nutrition, how many calories and macros you consume in a day, specific for these goals that you have in mind. And if you're impressed with me dumbbell pressing 50 kilos, that's not even my most impressive lift. I can dip 100 kilos attached. You don't believe me? I'll put a video on right now. Honestly, I also don't train specifically for strength or powerlifting as well. It's a bit tricky. Give me a second. Anyways, that's a 100 kilo dip. You've not seen it. So the way I train, it's basically just to failure. Like, I'm just enjoying myself. I haven't really set my mind on a clear goal, which is what I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you a lot about something, because I have a lot of people saying to me, if I start training specifically for hypertrophy and I really lock in my diet and all of that stuff, that I could I have great potential. And I also have people saying that if I also do the opposite, so dedicate myself to powerlifting, I have great potential there as well. I am leaning more towards the powerlifting, strength training side. It's much more appealing to me. I enjoy it much more. I love working with heavier weights at lower reps. Before you ask about what my barbell bench max is, I don't know. I don't barbell bench. It was never comfortable, but I am going to start soon. And I will test out my max soon and I'll post it right here. I've also been really working on my barbell squat, like a lot behind the scenes. Deadlift, I don't do conventional sumo deadlifts, but I do Romanian deadlifts and I can rep out 170. So I'll have to test out what my deadlift is at. But yeah, long story short, just keep in mind what you're training for, know what you want to achieve with your training and be intentional.